felt this way before. It must be you and I. It's got me thinking about us more. It's these bright lights that put me in the days, and I can't stop but think about the way that you move around, up and down on that stage. It's your future vibes. Bright lights that put me in the trance.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a commentary over this workout, which was workout number 4 of 5 for the week. And the program called for deadlifts and then upper body hypertrophy. So deadlifts, I had 3 sets of 4 at 165, and my third set being a max set, so max reps. So I got 4 quite easily on the first 2 sets. Was feeling pretty comfortable. I would say maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. Form's feeling really good, getting good glute activation, retracting the scaps. Bar path is looking pretty straight. Everything's feeling pretty good, so got through the first 2 sets of 4, no worries. And then, as you'll see in the next clip coming up, so the last set for my max set, I pulled 5. So through the hips and lower back, I was already pretty fatigued, as this is kind of one of the sessions towards the end of the week. So had already done a fair bit of squatting and deadlifting. So just to reduce the risk of injury, I went for 5. And then stopped it there. I possibly could have got 6, maybe 7, but I was happy with 5 reps. And the rest of the session is basically just some hypertrophy work. So went on to incline bench press, and the program called for 3 sets of 6 to 8. I was feeling a little bit niggly through the anterior delt on the right side, so dropped the weight a little bit and just went set of 12, 10, and then 8, increasing the weight on every set. So this was my set of 10, I believe, so 70 kilos. And then had another chest exercise, which was cable flies. So just went 3 sets of 15 on this one. I really like this exercise over the dumbbell flies. I feel like with the cables I can get a better contraction. Really good stretch without putting too much stress on my shoulders, because I can get my body into an angle that feels good and feels comfortable. So yeah, 3 sets of 15, really focusing on squeezing the chest on every rep, and then getting a good stretch on the eccentric phase. Then we moved on to lat pull down, which was 3 sets of 12 to 15. So again, went a little bit lighter, focused on the contraction, and my number one tip with any back exercise, excluding deadlifts, so any pull downs, chin ups, rows, is to kind of relax your hands and pull through your elbows. I find a massive difference with my lat pull down and my seated row, which we'll see in the next clip, is if I try and relax my hands, not squeeze so hard. So take away that activation through the forearms and a little bit of the biceps, and just put more on the lats. So focusing on pulling through your elbows and keeping the scaps retracted. So on the seated row here, we went for sets of 15, I think it was. These cables aren't that heavy, so we just put the pin on the whole stack and held that contraction for a second or so on each rep, and just went for good contraction and pump. I really like the seated row. This grip here is, I'd probably rather do it with two handles, like 2 separate handles. I don't know why. I get a better contraction through my lats, but if I could pick one piece to go on the seated row or the pull down, it'd be the U bar. I'm not even sure if that's what it's called, but it's kind of in the shape of a U, and it just feels most natural for me anyway. But our gym doesn't have that. So we then moved on to single arm lateral raises. So our program calls for 3 sets of 10 to 12, I believe it was. So we're just going sets of 12. I really like using the kettlebell for my lateral raises. I get the best activation through the lateral delt, and feel like I can really control the weight. Then we moved on to a bit of arm work, so arm accessory work with some occlusion training added in as well. So first exercise of biceps was the barbell curl. So I've been leaning forward a little bit and having my arms kind of rest in front of my body. feel as though it takes away a lot from my forearms and keeps the emphasis on the biceps, which is exactly what I want. So that was 5 sets of 6 to 8, and then we went on to 4 sets of occlusion, so blood flow restriction training with cable curls. So a set of 30, a set of 15, another set of 15, and then another set of 15 with only 30 seconds rest in between sets. So you substantially drop the weight because you fatigue a lot quicker, and I find it harder to lift heavier weight. I think most people would find the same thing. Then we move on to triceps. So straight bar press down was 3 sets of 12 to 15. So the rep range is a little bit different for the first accessory lift on tris. I think because you're already getting that fatigue through the chest work in the triceps and the delts. And then it was 3 sets of 15 to 20 on blood flow restriction rope presses. So that was the last exercise of the workout, day 4 of 5. Got one more video to give you guys as a bit of a review on the PH3 program, but I'm really enjoying it so far, getting a good mix of volume and strength work. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.